lovely dishers. It is Saturday, and you know what that means. It is my day to go to the WW meeting. I went. It is the 19th of February, if you didn't know that. It is meeting topic du jour and my weigh-in. Now, I've made no bones about how this week went. It was an eating week, and I'm not sure why. I was hungry all week. So when I'm hungry, I eat. It's just, it's just a reflex, I guess. So yes, I am up 1.6, which I'm not shocked. Actually, I'm actually surprised it wasn't more, quite honestly. So I put 2 beads back in because I wasn't sure where I fell in that. Because sometimes with the half a bead, so I just put 2 in there. Yeah. We move on because that's what we do. It's what we talked about at the meeting today, and that's how you have to live your life. You can't put that much emphasis on what the scale says, though even though I knew I had a bad week, I knew that. So it wasn't at all surprised. It is what it is some weeks. I don't think I ate badly. I just think I ate a lot. So we will work on that this week. I have a few good things to say. So this is going to be more than a meeting topic. This is going to be like a really good support vlog, because there's a few good things that I want to touch on that I feel like I would put in a vlog. So it's going to be a kind of a good one today. So let's get to the meeting topic, shall we? I will show you did I bring the recipe down with me? I thought I did. Oh, I did. No, I didn't. It was cupcakes anyway. I didn't bring it out. It was cupcakes, which was kind of like cupcakes. But I want to show you what I got at the WW. This was an advertisement, and I don't know if it's going to focus on this and not me. Sometimes it will. It is called, I'll never focus, I apologize, Sweet Seasoning Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough. You know me, your girl loves her toppings. This was around $6, 6 something at the workshop. Half a teaspoon is 1 point, but a 1/4 teaspoon is what I use for my Twix dust, is 0 points. So honestly, that's really all you need, is a 1/4 teaspoon. So it's only 10 calories per serving. 10 calories is 1 point. See? Do you see what I mean about the wackiness of Weight Watchers sometimes? 10 freaking calories. So, like I said, personally, I wouldn't worry about it, but you know what? I give what the proper points are because maybe you do. They were having a sale. That's because I can't resist a sale. And your girl loves knives. Whoops. They were having a sale on their knives. So I bought me a pack. I love a good sharp blade. You get a set of 3. They were $11. I thought, geez, that's like less than $4 a knife. That's a really good deal. And they have a sleeve that they sit in that has a little self-sharpener. So I thought that was a great deal. Like I said, I always could use knives. And do you ever see my little crock on my island that has spatulas and knives? Because I just love you gotta have a good sharp knife. So that's what I got at my meeting today. Let's see what the topic du jour is. She doesn't always touch on it to its fullest extent. That's why I always have to read it. Brush off setbacks without losing momentum. Jeez, I can relate to that. Try this. Have you noticed yourself brushing off a setback or a challenge? The next time it happens, use these steps to create an action plan. Because what she touched on a lot today was, yes, we have setbacks. Yes, we have days we eat what we didn't plan, but how do you react to that? And that's always important. Number 1, tune in. Pay attention to your thoughts after a setback. Are you relying on don't worry, be happy attitude, or thinking everything will be okay, or you just can't worry about the challenge or any challenges later? Get specific. If you notice you're punting your problem down the road with that don't worry, be happy thinking, ask yourself what steps you should take instead. Come up with what you'll do to course correct. 3, this is always the best one, is create a plan. Choose an action-oriented plan that you're confident in and that is doable. Set a clear goal by asking yourself, what will I do? When will I do it? How will I make it happen? Let's dive a little deeper. When you encounter a roadblock, do you brush it off and think, that's okay, I'll deal with it later? Around here, we call that don't worry, be happy thinking. Ignoring it can easily lead to a slip turning into a full on-scale slide. While you're sure it's tempting to think the way you're, while sure it's tempting to think that way, your best bet is getting back on track, having an action plan for what you'll do here and now. This doesn't mean you should be hard on yourself. That is huge, because we are hardest on ourselves. If somebody, your friend, tells you, you'd be like, oh, you would be so much more nicer to her. You're never nice to yourself. And that's why we have a problem, I think, because we're so hard on ourselves. Being kind to yourself is important, but so is sticking to your goals. Staying in the present by checking in with yourself and making immediate plans for the future progress. That is all true, but also I want to add is it's normal to have slip-ups. I don't think you should be sidetracked that and think, oh my gosh, nobody else slips up. I slip up a lot, and I admit every time I do. I don't feel that I should hide that. I don't want to punish myself for slipping up. I don't want to sit there and think it's abnormal to slip up. The plan is to get right back on track, and that's what I always do lately. I've been much better in the last probably 2 years of getting right back on it, and I really think that has to do with this community. I'm better when I have to be accountable for you. When I have to, it's almost my duty to do well, because I don't want to let you down. How can I sit here and say these things if I'm not going to walk the walk, you know? And I think that's helped me a lot, keeping me more in tune. But yeah, I slip up all the time, and I always admit it. I thought, I hate it. Do I feel bad about it? No, I don't, because I really think it's normal to go off a little bit. We're human. And when you're on a diet, that's when if you're feeling bad about it, you're having that diet mentality. And I say that all the time, and I just want you to resonate and think about that. We want to have, this is how life goes mentality, a lifestyle. And yeah, sometimes I eat something I didn't plan. Sometimes I wanted it, and sometimes you just have to have it. Right or wrong, left or right, you just have to. And I don't feel like I'm going to feel bad about that. You know, like there's just things in life that come up. We can't have everything planned out. You can't. And if you think you do, then that's a problem. You can't have everything planned out. Life is life, and life happens, and you have to live and go with the punches and dodge those things and do the best you can. Yeah, maybe not have a big ass piece of cake, but you could have a nice small piece of cake if you didn't expect to have any cake. And really, I mean, enjoy it. Enjoy these things that you are eating and giving points to and losing points for. Like, make sure you at least enjoy it. If you sat there and ate it and didn't like it, yeah, that's another problem. We're going to pay points for it. You better be good, because you know I've said to you before a million times, if it's not good, I'm not swallowing. No, thank you. I've been there. I am not eating anything for the sake of eating it. If it's not good, I'm not going to eat it. But that's what the thing is today. It is all about not brushing off setbacks. It's just dealing with setbacks in a more positive way, because you don't want it to lose your momentum on your journey, because some of us have been losing, and all of a sudden we have the setback that sets us back, and we don't want to lose all the momentum that we've created thus far. And you can do that, and always this, but remember, it's normal to have a setback. We don't plan on having setbacks. We don't say, well, I'm going to have a couple setbacks now, but realize that it happens, and realize that it's not a bad thing all the time. Sometimes having a setback and having a week of a gain kind of get your body back. Maybe it needed to have that gain. Maybe you will lose better, or you will just get that mojo back. You know, I feel like sometimes the more we restrict ourselves, the bigger of a setback we're going to have. It's just been my experience that way. But what I want to talk about is two things that my leader mentioned today, and I thought they were really, really good, and I wanted to share them. And one thing is, she made this statement, and I liked it, and I thought to myself, I want to bring that to you guys. If I do this, then I eat that. So if I walk around the corner, then I'll have a snack. If I do a Leslie Sansone, then I'll have a snack. Like, if you want to eat certain things, like treats or even bonus snacks. I don't think you need to pay for snacks. Snacks should be something that's in your day. You shouldn't have to earn those, because I think you could fit in 0-point snacks. And you should be. And let me tell you something, the more you eat snacking during the day, the less hungry you'll be at mealtime. It's just a known fact. And it's better for your body to digest, we say this all the time, smaller amounts of food. But if you need to do more activity, then maybe there's got to be a little bit of a, dangle in front of you. If I walk my mile, I'll eat this. And it might even be anything that you would consider a treat. Maybe it's just something that you really didn't want to spend the points for, or it could be a 0-point food that you didn't want to bonus in that day. Like, I don't want to have any more bananas, but you know what? Maybe you wanted that banana with that PB2 on it. Geez, it's a stinking point. But maybe if I do this exercise, if I do this activity, I will earn some reward. And the reward can be something as, like I said, as simple as a banana with peanut butter, an apple with peanut butter. But this way you're adding more activity. Or you could say, if I drink my water, my 2, like I try to do 2 with each meal, 1 before, 1 after. It's just a way to break it down, so it's not all, I can't drink a jug. I can't see the jug there. That doesn't motivate me, seeing that jug go down. It doesn't. I don't drink it sippingly. I have to chug it. It's just my thing. So I always have 1 before and after when I try to get the water in. Let's put that out there. So if I drink my water for this meal, then maybe I'll have, a Hershey's Kiss. Hershey's Kiss is not going to make or break anybody, but it might give you a reason, a reward for something that you really should be doing. So that was a really neat thing. I thought that was nice. If I do this, then I eat that. So it's like you're not giving yourself something without putting the work out. Some work. It doesn't have to be strenuous, like I said. You keep it to a walk, you keep it to a Leslie video, maybe 10 minutes of dance music, something that, that gets you moving a little bit. And maybe then you can increase that, and maybe you don't always have to give the treats at the end. It's just getting to motivate you to do something. And yeah, we're like kids. Don't we do that to the kids? Well, if you do your homework, I'll let you play your Nintendo. We do it to them, so maybe it would work for us as well. So I thought that was a cool thing. And she said this. This was a little saying that I thought was really interesting. Instead of I hope to change to I hope to do. Right? Instead of I hope. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Instead of I hope, change it to I choose. I hope I get to walk today. I choose to walk today. I hope I get more vegetables in today. I choose to get more vegetables in today. I hope I could hit my goal. I choose to hit my goal. I hope I can drink more water today. Choose to drink more water. Instead of like always saying I hope, I hope, I hope, put your hope into action. And actions lead to results. Keep it simple though. Don't go, I hope to drink 8 glasses of water. Yeah, that's a lot. I hope to drink 3 extra glasses, or I choose to drink 3 extra glasses of water today. 3 is so much easier to do than 6. And then if you can do that for a while, and then go to 4. And then go to 5. To sit there out of the gate tomorrow and say, I'm going to drink my water and just go from 0 to 60, for me, that sets me up for failure. I have to build on things. And same thing with water, with exercise, with anything. I have to build baby steps. I say this all the time here. We put so much emphasis on what we have to do instead of working up to what we have to do. I didn't wake up doing a Leslie Sansone video. I worked up to it. I could only do a few minutes, then I got to 10. Then I got to do a whole 20-minute one. Then I was doing up to 2 miles at one point. And then I thought, let's just go out to 1 mile. But yeah, you need to build. You don't wake up the next day and say, I'm going to do this video. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to walk. Because honestly, it's just hard to do. And when something is hard and daunting, we choose not to do it. We're like kids, in a sense. We shut down. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. When you can do some, you can. You can get up there and walk in place for 5 minutes. Next day, do 6 minutes. Next day, do 7 minutes. Next day, do 8 minutes. And if you're getting huckered out, go back to 7 minutes. You know what? Baby steps will lead to big results. If they didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here ever. because I chipped away at my weight. I chipped and I chipped and I chipped and I chipped and I chipped. What, 2.5 years it took me? Chip, 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 chip. You just live the life. You're not living in the moment, you're living the life. And you're just doing the things that you and that you enjoy and eating the food that you love. Yeah, I didn't have weeks where I lost every week. Didn't. But you know what? I ate really good that week. So let's see if we could work on those two things. Instead of I hope, change it to I choose. I choose to eat better. I choose not to have dessert. I hope I don't have dessert tonight. Or I hope I don't eat after dinner. I choose not to eat after dinner. You choose it and make it a conscious choice. And don't feel like Weight Watchers is making me not eat. Weight Watchers is making me walk. Weight Watchers is making me, drink. No, choose to do these things because these are the things that'll help you achieve your goals. So together we can do this. I'm putting together a Lenten challenge. It's not anything religious. I want to put that out there. I mean, it can be if you choose to. It's not what my motive is. It's just I like the idea of 40 days, and that's what Lent is. So I like the idea of 40 days, and it starts, I think it's the 2nd of March is when Lent starts. It's Ash Wednesday. So I have in my Facebook group. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, there's a link down below to come join us there to the private Facebook group, Dish with Dee's Crew. We'd love to have you. But I put a few ideas out there, and you could, use those or pick one of your own. Pick something that you want to work on for 40 days. It can be anything. Anything that you struggle with. It could be something totally different. It could be the I think I choose thing. Or, you pick something and that is what you're going to challenge yourself for 40 days. It's more than a month. I thought it was an interesting concept. That's why I like the idea of Lent. And if you want the religious aspect, obviously we can do that. Feel free. Like, you don't have to post it. Because, I always say, like, our pastor always says and the bishop always says, when you do things for people or for charity, it's not something you want to boast about. You don't have to sit there and tell us what you're doing because it's something that you do from your heart and God knows you're doing it. So you don't need to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm going to go work in a soup kitchen for 40 days. If you want to, I think for Lent, what I always like to try to do is besides giving something up or, curtailing, I like to do something extra, whether that be not cursing, not being judgmental. I have a hard time with judgmentalness. I tell you that all the time. I'm just judgmental with things that I have in common with. Like, if I could do it, why can't you do it? It's just me. I work on it. So, like, you could also, as you're trying to do something with Weight Watchers, you can do something personal. You don't have to. It's not about that, this challenge. It's more about 40 days. Pick something you want to work on. Could it be tracking? Could it be drinking more water, eating more vegetables, moving more, getting more workouts in, getting more exercise in? Maybe eating snacks, maybe not eating carbs for 40 days. Whatever you choose, you could pick it. We're not picking it for you. You pick it for yourself. You don't even have to talk about it. If you don't want to tell anybody, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be public. You could just say, I'm in, and that's all you have to say. It could be whatever you choose. It's not something that you have to post. It's not about that. Sometimes we have to keep things to ourselves because we're just afraid, and that's okay. Keeping things in is always not ever a bad thing. And like I said, I think doing something extra, maybe helping out somewhere or doing something for someone or just doing something in general as a bonus, whether that could be many things. And that's up to you. You don't have to do that. That's just something I put out there if that's what you choose. Like I said, it's not a religious challenge. But saying a Lenten challenge, it sounds like, or maybe you want to eat fish on Fridays like I do. And that's such a hard one, Oh, it's Lent, we have to have fish on Friday. That's a real sacrifice, isn't it? It's not. I always tell my husband that fish is not a sacrifice. That's like a bonus. It's like you're getting rewarded. But, or you could do meatless. Like sometimes we do meatless. We don't always do fish. But it's just, any questions, you could always inbox me. You could always leave them in the comment section below. You can always email me, dishwithdee@yahoo.com. It's listed down below. If you have any questions ever, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, give them a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, there is a subscribe button right below. You hit it, it lights up, and you can hit that bell, let you know when I upload and when I go live, because I go live here a lot. I will be live tomorrow night, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern here on the channel. It is a great support chat. Probably rev it up during Lent for the challenge. interesting. We talk about different topics. I mean, one night we had a talk about give me your best breakfast ideas. Give me your best lunch ideas. So we always try to pick something, and people bring stuff to the table, and you learn a lot. And there's a lot that gets shared at the live that I really recommend. If you can't make it, you should watch the replay. The chat is there, and you'll still get a lot of that benefit. And it's a great place. It's especially if you don't have a Weight Watchers meeting or a weight loss meeting. It is a great way to get one in if you need some extra support. So that is it for me. I'm going to head on out. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I feel like I was going to say something else. I don't know if I'm going to get to a meal prep this weekend. Timmy's home. I may not. We'll see. I have a few ideas that I wanted to do, but with him being home, I might just, not do it. We'll see. If not, I will see you next week. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a great rest of your weekend. And remember, brushing off setbacks, and you're not going to lose momentum. I'm not going to allow it. Let's do this. Have a great day, folks.